Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, gamers all around the world, it is officially the end of an era. If you haven't already heard, the magazine from GameStop that had been around for literal decades and decades and decades, the longest running video game magazine in history, ladies and gentlemen, Game Informer, after 33 years, is officially shutting down. And holy cow, this is absolutely insane. I mean, I was always more of a Nintendo Power kid when I was out there in the day because I was playing a Nintendo. That's what I had. I wasn't really, I was like 7, I was like 8, I was like 9 or some shit like that, right? Like, I didn't really know about all the different types of systems out there. I had one, I played one set of video games, so I got Nintendo Power, right? But obviously, once I got older, I got into games, started going to GameStop and getting into PlayStations and Xbox and stuff like that. I had a subscription for Game Informer for a long time. I mean, I've got a stack of Game Informers around here somewhere, if they haven't been thrown out by now, of literally issue after issue. I used to get them in mail every single month. And it's just gone. It's just the insanity of that fact that it is gone now. I mean, I remember reading an article the first time the only reason I ever got excited about a game that was called, it was Guerrilla Warfare, Red Zone Guerrilla Warfare. And Guerrilla Warfare was great, and it was a game that they did this great in-depth article about how like it was built, like it was a whole new way of building a video games with the physics and the fact that you could destroy everything. And like it was this really great, informative article, and it was awesome, and it was wonderful. But it was one of those situations where, I mean, we've seen the way the gaming industry, especially when it comes to the news, has really kind of gone the way of the dinosaur. I mean, truth be told, a lot of people doesn't really trust a lot of the legacy institutions anymore, whether it be Game Informer, whether it be, Kotaku, or even IGN in this case, the article that we're actually about to go over here. It's just one of them situations where a lot of the video game journalism news simply comes from online now. A lot of people have their favorite YouTuber or their favorite Rumbler or whatever it is out there to go through and talk about all this kind of stuff and then inform them. And honestly, they trust them a lot more than they do in the legacy media. And I'm not doing anything to disparage anybody that works over at Game Informer or any of the people that lost their job, unfortunately, today. But it's one of them situations where a lot of people just don't trust this kind of stuff anymore. And honestly, with all the massive cutbacks that we've seen happen from GameStop, and even after trying to have their stock rallied and everything else, and all the major store closures and stuff like that, I mean, I guess it shouldn't really come as all that much of a surprise. But who it has really come to quite the shock to is all of the employees over there at Game Informer, because GameStop literally just told them this morning, gave them no heads up on this whatsoever, and literally just let them all know that, hey, guess what? You're all fired. You're all laid off. You're all gone now. Everything that you've been working on, pencils down, it's all over, shut it all down, delete all the files, it's gone, it's over, it's finished. And holy cow, what an absolute end. I mean, to something that's been around for over 30 years. That's insane. It's been a staple of the gaming community for so very long out there, boys and girls, to see it gone. Well, it truly shows you that no institution lasts forever, and that's exactly what we're going to go over here, boys and girls, because there's some crazy details, there's some nuts stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and we're going to check all this out. So we're going to get this article over here from IGN.com, go over the ending, the closure of Game Informer and everything that's going on with it. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already. And leave us a comment in the section down below. Let us know, do you have any good memories from Game Informer, like what I gave you in the beginning? Is this somebody that you had a subscription? Do you have a current subscription and you have no idea what's going to go on? Are you going to get a refund? I have no idea, but this is insane. This is crazy, and it's going on right now. So we're going to check out this article from IGN. Let's get into it. From Adam Bankhurst, Game Informer to shut down after 33 years. GameStop will reportedly told them in a meeting on Friday it was closing immediately and they were all laid off. I mean, literally, like no information, no warning, absolutely nothing. It's absolutely crazy. That is absolutely, absolutely crazy. Game Informer's announced it's shutting down after 33 years. After GameStop reportedly told the publication it was closing immediately, they were all laid off and they would begin receiving severance terms. Now, this is the funny part about this. It's from Game Informer's own post right here, 10:46 a.m., August 2nd, 2024. But when we went to look for this earlier, right? Apparently, this has already been on their website for a little bit because Game Informer, the final level, published 1 day ago, according to our search engine. So they put this on there, but apparently nobody was paying attention whatsoever to their website, or maybe this was something that was dropped at midnight, and so nobody was paying attention. But needless to say, the employees literally only found out at the time of this recording, literally this morning, boys and girls. So Game Informer took to X/Twitter and their own website yesterday as well, to announce it's shutting down after 33 years. The GameStop reportedly told the publication it's closing immediately. So Game Informer took to X to share the news, saying, after 33 thrilling years of bringing you the latest news, reviews, and insights from the ever-evolving world of gaming, it is with a heavy heart that we announce the closure of Game Informer. And like I said, this is literally a post from their website. So, from the early days of pixelated adventures to today's immersive virtual realms, we've been honored to share this incredible journey with you, our loyal readers. While our presses may stop, the passion for gaming that we've cultivated together will continue to live on. Thank you for being part of our epic quest, and may your own gaming adventures never end. Now, obviously, this sounds like it's supposed to be some heartfelt thing from the employees and from all this other kind of stuff, except no. We don't even know who wrote this, because it wasn't any of the Game Informer employees, because they had no idea this was coming. They had no idea this was coming. This is nuts. So from the early day, they went over all of that. So Kotaku has reported that Game Informer staff were brought into a meeting on Friday, August 2nd, with the game's top VP of HR. In the meeting, they were told the publication was closing immediately. They were all laid off, and they would begin receiving severance terms. So they're gonna get you at least some kind of severance package. Whether or not it's worth a crap or not, I have no idea. But you're going to get some kind of severance package from this one. So Game Informer magazine content director Kyle Hillard took to X/Twitter to share more about this shocking news. Really, the team was about 70% done with the next issue. So this is what Gaylord has to say. So Game Informer has been closed down by GameStop, and the entire incredibly talented staff, including myself, have all been laid off. A frustrating turn of events, especially considering we were about 70% done with the next issue, and it was going to have a great cover. Literally, they had no idea this was coming. And honestly, that's kind of shady business practices. It really is, especially if you don't plan on publishing the next magazine. Like, why not give people a little bit of a heads up? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, you wouldn't want them to stop working if you plan on continuing this going forward. That's why you, fire people on Fridays and stuff like that. And that's also why they're firing everybody on a Friday as well. But damn, that's just shady, GameStop. That's just shady. Game Informer video lead Alex Van Arken confirmed on X Twitter that there were many members on staff who didn't even know what was happening. There are still people on staff who don't know what's happening, yet there's a tweet that someone higher up posted spilling the news. I'll have some stuff to say later today, but yes, everyone at Game Informer was laid off about an hour ago. And let's see if Alex has had anything else today at well. He says, I lost my job at Game Informer today. I'm heartbroken. It was my dream job, but my bills don't care. Effective immediately, I'm available for filming, video editing, documentary, hosting work. My passport and cameras are ready to go. He says, I don't know about y'all, but I love pixelated adventures and immersive stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Creative project works for a while. There you go. How your email finds me. Credit card is about to go get put through its paces. LMAO, he says. Oh, man. So there you go. There you go. So pretty much everything affected by Game Informer's closure today, put all of this stuff in there, all of those people. He says, we can't access the website to back up our years of work. It's just a landing page now. Wow. Damn. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. So that's all that. Oh, this is the entire thing. Yeah, there's nowhere else. Oh, wow. This is it. GameInformer.com. Is that it then? Let's go look right here because let's verify what he's saying. We're verifying it live for you, boys and girls. Yep, that's it. GameInformer.com. That is it. Wow. All of it gone. So Game Informer was founded in August 1991 when Funko Land began publishing an in-house newsletter. GameStop took over Game Informer when it purchased Funko Land in 2000, and it had become the longest-running video game magazine in the world. In 2011, Game Informer was actually the third largest magazine in the U.S., with over 8 million copies in the wild. Game Informer's website has been around since 1996. Game Informer's last issue, number 367, featured Dragon Age the Veilguard as a cover story. Ugh! Gross! That's not the issue I'd want to go out on. Gross! And it had yet to reveal what issue number 368 would have been. Well, with the fact that the website's been shut down, that everything's been stripped, and I'm assuming these guys have all been locked out of everything as well and just waiting for their severance packages, doesn't look like we'll ever find out what 369 was going to be. And wow. Wasn't that what is it, 368? Wasn't that what it was? I mean, holy cow, yeah, 368. We'll never find out what 368 was going to be or what it could cover. And man, to finish off with the Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and all the backlash that happened with that game and how much of a disaster Dumpster Fire that thing's probably going to end up being. Ouch! Rush. But hey, that's what happens, boys and girls. The economy sucks right now. The video game industry decided to try to go woke and has failed miserably. And guess what? That affects everybody going down the pipeline, especially video game journalists who, in some cases, have been absolute simps and acolytes for the cult for the spirit of the age. Now, I don't know anything about the Game Informer's writers. I haven't walked to their website ever, I don't think, except for today. And I honestly, outside of having to go there for something like that, but honestly, it's one of those situations where I read Game Informer magazine, but I haven't read it in years. And that might be part of the reason why this is going down, right? Because a lot of people aren't reading it anymore. I mean, outside of going to a GameStop and having them beat you over the head asking for a subscription, who goes out of their way to get a Game Informer subscription anymore these days? Everything you find online, all your walkthroughs, all your cheat codes, all the things that used to make a video game magazine worth getting are all now online. It's all published everywhere out there, and cheat codes have seemed to be a thing that have gone the way of the dinosaur. And unfortunately, that's a sad state of affairs as well, because that was one of the reasons why you got these magazines, was for this kind of stuff. And now it's all gone, and see previews, and now everything's just gone digital. And publishing a magazine just doesn't come worth it anymore. The shady way that GameStop did this isn't cool, and I will never agree with that in any way, shape, or form, not letting any of these people know. And, of course, putting a tweet out there about it before, of course, all of your employees can let the rest of the world know that it's coming down. You want to be first out and all of that kind of stuff. I understand that. But making sure that not all of your employees knew first, that's still just kind of shady. But I understand where they're coming from on that one. It's a double-edged sword. You never get away, really, with that going either way on that. But at the end of the day, Game Informer's over, boys and girls. 33 years. An icon, a legacy. In the gaming sphere out there is gone, and for all of the good memories or bad memories you might have had for it, it's an icon. It's a legacy of history. It's a legacy of the gaming world, and to see it gone, that's kind of crazy. But that is the way things go, boys and girls. The video game industry is going through a change. It's going through a shift right now. And I honestly think that shift's going to probably end up being better for all of us in the process. But the problem with any change, the problem with any shift, is there ends up being a lot of change go on with that. And one of those changes is the fact that Game Informer has now gone the way of the dodo. And Game Informer will no longer be out there. It'll be something that they'll do top 10 history videos of the coolest things from video gaming history over again. And now will be forgotten on the Isles of Issues. Because guess what? The world's gone digital. It really has. I mean, I'm bringing this video from you from a garage, because it's just that easy to do all of this stuff now. And that's the way that's where people go for their game information anymore. So you know what? Cheers to Game Informer. We knew you well, we loved you, we had fun, and you were very informative and very helpful for a lot of the things we needed out there and to give us great previews. Unfortunately, much like other things, there's newer and prettier versions of you out there now. Not me, but newer and prettier versions out there that will give you your game and informing news out there and probably give you a more reliable and honest take on a lot of things out there. So shout out to you, Game Informer. We remembered you. We loved you. Rest in peace. You had a great run, and we will never, ever forget you. Cheers, Game Informer. So that's it, boys and girls. The end of an era. And that's the end of this video. This is Jesse with the Common Nerd. I bring you pop culture and all things underneath the very common sense lens. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the credits. God bless you. I love y'all. And rest in peace, Game Informer. It's been fun.